the one true friend thought I'd found. Oh, tonight the bottle let me down. Hey boys and girls, welcome back to Wailing Wire's Old Iron. You know, I had a comment one time, a guy said, please spare us the caterwauling at the beginning of the video. Well, you know, see, I know that I don't have a great singing voice. I'm in on that joke. I get it. So I don't do this because I think I'm all that good. I know I'm not. But I believe that we're supposed to use every little tiny bit of ability that the good Lord gives us. And notice I didn't use the word talent because I'm running pretty short on that. But anyway, whatever your ability is, I believe that we should try and use it, you know. So besides, I like caterwauling and I ain't gonna quit. Anyway, we got some work done on a little 1/4 ton trailer. It was used in the military during World War II behind the little Jeeps. Now, the first design of this little trailer was done by, or the Jeep itself was designed by an automobile company in the United States and called American Bantam. But they could not supply the war effort, and their designs were also shared with Ford and Willys Overland. But Bantam built over 2,600 Jeeps in 4 years, well, between 1940 and 43. And they also built 70,000 of these little trailers here out of 150,000 that were built for the war effort. So, yeah, I'm going to be doing some repair work on this little trailer. Let's do it! I do believe my pants are on fire. Looks like my chair's on fire. I believe my table's on fire. Oops! Hey, welcome to Rat Rodding. My name's Wailing Wire, and don't ever do what we do here on this channel. Well, I did a trade with a guy. Before I left, I had an appraisal done on my Impala, so I could up the insurance and know where it was at. I had no idea. I think I had it insured for 20 grand, and somebody said, you go try and buy one for that, and I didn't think much about it because that's just my old car, you know, and I've had it for over 20 years, and well, now I had it appraised, so now it's insured for $38,500, I think. And the insurance company only charged me, the one I deal with, they only charged me $70 for that extra 7,000 miles on that trip. Because normally, you know, they know I only drive it about 300-500 miles a year, and so it's really cheap collector insurance. But yeah, it covers everything if something happens, if it got stolen or whatever. So yeah, I did a trade on that. I traded the appraisal for doing some repair work on an old trailer, and that trailer's coming in, so this is going out for right now. Okay, buddy, are we going to do this? I guess not. I had the battery unhooked on this thing while it was parked out in the shed. I always unhook them so they don't run down. And so I'm sure it's just loose. Yeah, it's really loose. So we'll fix that and be on my way. Just take this wrench with me because I'm gonna pull that battery post once I get, or cable once I get it parked. it's 28 degrees. Today it's warmed up a lot. It's a balmy 28. Yesterday it topped out at 22. Man, I love this old truck. Got her fixed up pretty good too. I got my door panels. They finally came in. I'm gonna replace those. I got a seat cover for it because it's the original upholstery. Want to take care of that. Yeah, liking this old truck pretty good. Oops, I forgot. The Impala's over there. I'll have to pull it in over here. And then I don't have a place for my Ram except for outside. My newest truck gets parked out in the cold. Look at that old junk over there. That old junk sitting inside of my new truck. Sits outside of my new to me truck. Oh man, how redneck can you get, huh? Yeah, sweet little pickup.
The good news, on a scale of 1 to 10, it's pretty easy to move around.
Yeah. What's bad news?
That freaking tires going flat on me.
Oh, that's bad news?
Yeah.
Oh.
That's the only bad news.
Oh. So, what are we doing? On here. I got it. Look over here.
Oh, well,
See, that doesn't come in because
it's just Army.
because this is all bent out. Well, it ain't gonna look brand new, but I can put this on. Well,
I'd like to have it by May.
yeah. Well, I'd like to have it out of here by May. I'd like to have it out here by the weekend, but we'll see how it goes. Oh, it's not gonna reach. Bummer. Okay. Come up with another plan. I wonder if I can. There's two of these together. Make them reach. It'll probably pop out and hit me in the jawbone or something. Is this sketchy? I don't know. Well, that pulled that in pretty good. I'm kind of happy with that. I'm not mad about that. Yeah, that kind of works. So here's going to be a different story because it's got to go back this way. But if I can get one of them mounted, that's a start. All right, Abraham, get over here. I get Abraham Lincoln over here. Well, we'll see what you guys think. I don't know. I think it's close enough for government work. I think I'm going to tack that right there. paint and body guys do that body work, because I'm not a body man. And, you know, the guy, I would prefer to have it all beat up so it shows its war wounds. It's quite a piece. It's a 1941. It's got its little tag on here, ID tag on here. It tells everything about it, but I would like for it to show its history. But he wants everything to look like it's brand new right out of the factory. I don't understand that, but I don't have to understand it. So he's taking this thing to a body shop, and you know, gonna have take all the dents out, all that. So I'm just gonna kind of get it good enough for the body shop, and that's as far as I'm going with it. Well, here's what we got. The shape of this tailgate not match the shape of the bed. So I think this has to be jacked up in order to allow this to line up with these. It wasn't perfect when it was built, but he wants it perfect now. And I'm really not the guy when it comes to perfection, but I'll do the best I can. But an issue we have to address one way or another, and I'll have to call him and see what he wants to do. Because when whoever cut this tailgate off, they wanted to cut this off, I assume, so they could rake things out of the back and whatnot. But when they cut that off, they used probably a cutting torch, and they took away so much meat that this is they got pretty deep in here. I'm gonna have to find out what he wants to do about that. Now what I could do is take a 1-inch band and wrap around this and hide that, and then let the body guys do whatever they're gonna do on the inside. You know, I don't want to do something that they're gonna have to undo and redo. So I need to explain that to him, and I need to call him, and you know, I can weld up these cracks, but I don't want to go further than the body shop would want me to go, I guess is what I'm saying. So yeah, that's a solution. One solution that I see is to put a band on this and then let them do their body work in that corner and cover up all those cuts. I could grind them down. I could clean it up before I weld this on, and that might help them out a little bit. I could spray it with some weld through primer, and because I don't know what they're going to do. But anyway, there's some issues here. There's some fitment issues here. Even if I jack that up, this is not going to come up high enough to get on top of that. So again, I'm not quite sure how these are supposed to fit up. Maybe they're supposed to fit up, and then you grind them to match the contour of the shape of this, I guess. I don't know. I'm not a fabricator, you know, by any means, especially not on something that somebody's going to body work. I'm okay on that stuff over there. You know, but I hate doing commission work because, you know, I'm always afraid I'll fall short of their expectations. I don't want to fail anybody. Well, I just called the owner and sent him some pictures and called him to discuss this gaposis here. I mean, that will be pulled in some. That's bowed out. That's warped out, but there's still quite a gap there. And I tell you what, I like his solution even better than mine. Mine was to put a band on there so I could butt these corners up and weld them. But his solution I like even better, is to just get some 1-inch angle iron, and you know, I'll use 3 pieces. I'll fix that corner. I'll get in there and grind this off and clean it up for the body shop guys so they don't have to try and clean up that torch work in a tight corner. I'll do that while it's open, and then I'll spray it with some primer. And but yeah, I'll put some angle iron on there, and then I'll use probably 3 pieces, a straight one here, and then this one, and then an additional one here, and weld it all up so it looks like one piece. And then the body shop can get on the inside and do their thing anyway. But he told me he's not going to replace the floor. I know he's quite a perfectionist, so I thought he'd be doing the floor, but he said nope. He said there's a tarp, a really nice canvas tarp that goes over this, and this is where the ropes go that tarps it down, and he's going to display it with the tarp on it, definitely. So the bed's not an issue, and that's gonna make this pretty simple. I can if I have the angle iron, I can knock this out pretty quick. If I have to go buy it, then I'll have to do that after I plow out tomorrow, because it's snowing. It's coming down out there, man, just like it was November in the Northwest or something. So yeah, those corners pulled in good. That's all right. This thing's even got an emergency brake on it. It's pretty cool. Pretty neat little rig. Got the original tag on it, everything there. So, all right. As Tony Beach says, let's make this happening. Well, I have an issue right here. You see, this edge of this metal should be up on top of this, or at least at that height. And the same thing going on over there. So it appears to me that I need to put some pressure on this here and go that way with it, and so this will clear, because it's hanging way down below this level. So I got to get those evened up somehow. Well, I got the width now on the inside. It's the same up here as it is back there now, but there's still an issue with that corner. So I think I need to jack that up and take some of the bend. If I come up with this and take some of the bend out of this right here. So I got my floor jack. I'm going to try and rig up a way to jack it up a little bit and see what happens. Well, I got the floor jack under this corner over here, and that gives me, well, more height than I need. But now I think I gotta relieve a little bit of pressure on the inside. It's proven to be a bit difficult to get all this stuff to line up. But I'm not too far off on this line. I got to do a little something here, and then pull that in a little, I guess, or let the pressure off of it. We'll figure it out. Well, I think I'm gonna call that done. The body shop can do whatever they want with it, but the tailgate's in there. It's hacked up pretty bad with that settling when they cut it off, but nothing I can do about that. Anyway, I got the corners squared away on it. Got it squared up and welded up. So I think this thing's out of here. That's what I think. Alright. Came out here this morning and took a look at that thing, and I didn't like it, so I ripped it all apart, as you can see. Now, I've got to put it all back together, but I'm going to do it different. I had all these tacks on there. Tack. And I just thought it looked real tacky. See what I did there? Tacky? Yeah. Yeah, well, it didn't come apart easy either, because you know my tacks. My tacks are about 3/4 inch wide and about 3 inches long. That's what I call a tack. So, I had to take the whale and wire tacks off. And now, I'm going to do something different. You know, I get a lot of criticism sometimes on my channel about the way I screw things up. But I don't care. If I cared, I wouldn't keep doing it. But I also get a lot of praise for showing my mistakes and, you know, just the way it is. But I was watching Bad Chad. They were doing an interview with him at the Autorama, and guy asked him, said, how did you learn your fabricating and welding skills? He said, from failure. And that's kind of the way I am. I'm 70 years old and I'm still failing and I'm still learning, and I'm okay with that. I ain't got nothing to prove to anybody. It's not like I'm looking for a job. I wouldn't put fabricating on my resume. I know how to run a chainsaw. I know how to sharpen one too. I think we're absent that day in school when they were teaching how to sharpen a chainsaw. Good enough for Hood's 4. Sorry, John. That's just the way it is. I've got to put some air in that tire. These tires are called a Mohawk Chief. And you know that ain't politically correct nowadays, so don't tell them how long you've been on there. Oh wow. I don't know if I can drag this thing or not by myself, but we'll see. I think so. next. Well, the first thing I got to do to this thing is winterize it, because I may have to kick it outside once in a while. It's supposed to be a high of 24 degrees here by Tuesday. So, yeah, I need to get some antifreeze in this thing. I don't know how much it's going to take. In its original configuration, when this engine was ran in a 7000 series GMC, it held 74 quarts of coolant. It holds 16 quarts of oil. So I don't know. I've got a pretty good sized radiator in there. It's a whopper. But I don't know how much it holds. I'm just going to have to drain as much water out as I can and start filling it up with antifreeze. It ain't going to be cheap, put it that way. And then I want to fire it up and put it over here in this other bay. I got to clean this shop up. I got to do some sweeping and cleaning up, but I'll do that on my own time. I won't do that on your time, guys. But yeah, I want to get it moved. I think I'm going to pull thermostats. There's 3 thermostats in there in that big old gorilla gonad looking thing there, housing. There's 3 thermostats in there, and I'm going to pull a thermostat out so I can circulate the water. Takes this thing a long time to warm up, a long time. Takes a long time to open those thermostats. So I think I'm just gonna pull one out, and I may pull all of them out and then replace them all when I get ready to run it, something like that. But I won't bore you guys with that. I'm going to end it on this. I'm going to end this video here. Yeah, I'm going to get it in the other bay. I have to keep it so I can run it and back it out, because we got to get that Brad up here. It needs an axle already. We put 2 new ones in, but once that boot goes, the axle goes pretty quick. I had ordered a boot for it, but we didn't catch it in time. It's too late. So, you know, Pappy was on the road for a month, so I didn't keep up with all the maintenance around here. Yeah, anyway, I need to keep this thing mobile, but it is. It'll fire up and back out of here, and it'll fire up anytime I want it to. So that's a good thing. And I think I'm going to start, well, I'll get it winterized, and then I think I'll start working on those seats and fuel system. Kind of doing that simultaneously, probably. Anyway, that's it for this time. Okay, boys and girls, that's going to do it for this video. Thanks a whole bunch for stopping by, and until I see you next time, I sure do appreciate you.